Assisted Lab, Managing System Inventories. Scenario: documentation is essential to running efficient and reliable services. A key part of documentation is an accurate and regularly updated inventory of hardware and software assets. Inventory management also involves recording configuration and performance baselines. These baselines can be used to detect configuration drift or reduced performance and are a key reference when troubleshooting issues or obtaining vendor support. While many network managers use dedicated inventory management software products to fully or partially automate the process, to complete this activity, you will gather some key data using built-in Windows and Linux utilities. As all the machines in this lab are VMs running on the same hardware platform, there won't be a lot of diversity in the output. Objectives: this activity is designed to test your understanding of and ability to apply content examples in the following CompTIA server plus objective. 2.7 Explain the importance of asset management and documentation. 0% tasks complete. Next, query system information. Query system information. On Windows, the System Information tool, Sinfo32, has a long history as the go-to location for hardware and software platform information. Select the MS10 VM. Send Ctrl+Alt+Delete and sign in as Jamie with the password $$W0RD. From Server Manager, select Tools System Information. On the System Summary page, along with the hardware data, note the system identifying fields. As this is a VM, there is not much concrete data here, but on a real-world server this could show asset or service tag data recorded in the system firmware. These tags are essential for obtaining accurate support responses from the server vendor. Expand components to browse hardware information, paying particular attention to the network and storage subsystems. Is DHCP enabled? No. Yes. How many devices of media type fixed hard disk are present? 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. What type of disk controller is used to host the disks? Select File Export. Browse to the C:/lab files folder and save as ms10summary.txt. Select the Score button to validate this task. 0% tasks complete. Previous next, gather information from A. Gather information from a Linux host. Use the Cockpit Web Management app and CLI tools to report system hardware information from a Linux host. On MS-10, use a browser to open http://10.1.16.11:9090. The Cockpit Web Management app can display similar information to that found in System Information. Log in with the username SMB and password $$W0RD. You can save the password if prompted. Browse the storage and networking nodes to discover the following information. What file system is in use on the root volume? What is the MAC address of F0? Select the terminal node. Run the following command to report CPU information. Shell cat/proc/quinfo. Note the flags section. You can use an online reference to decode CPU support for various features. Run the following command to test whether the LM flag is present. Shell grep lm/proc/quinfo. The LM flag indicates 64-bit support. Run the following command. Shell grep vmx/proc/quinfo. The VMX flag indicates support for Intel's virtualization technology. This flag is not present, the command returns no output. This machine is itself a VM and nested virtualization is not enabled. Consequently, this feature is not available and the machine cannot be used as a hypervisor. Run the following command to output information about the system memory device. Shell cat/proc/miminfo. To the nearest whole GB, how much memory is installed? 4 40 4000 4 million. 32% tasks complete. Previous next, query the Linux boot log. Query the Linux boot log. You can also query the boot log for hardware information. This may also reveal MS-10. Query the Linux boot log. You can also query the boot log for hardware information. This may also reveal startup problems. Run the following mesc command. Shell dmesc tail n10. This outputs the last 10 lines of the log. Note that most boot activity has completed after 6 to 8 seconds. Run the following command. Shell dmesc color equals always more. This pipes the log to the more command so that you can page through it and preserves color coding in the output. Scan the output to discover the status of the secure boot attribute. Is the secure boot attribute enabled or disabled? Enabled. Disabled. If necessary, press Q to quit the output. Run clear to reset the display. Run the following commands to view log messages relating to memory and the systemd service manager. Shell dmesc grep memory dmesc grep systemd. As well as searching for simple keywords, you can use regular expression syntax to target specific strings. This syntax can be enabled either by running grep-e or by using the egrep command. Run the following command to list network adapter configuration messages. Shell dmesc egrepeth 0 to 9. Run the following command to list storage device configuration messages. Clear and in dmesc egrep sd az. How many file systems are listed as being mounted on these devices? 0, 1, 2, 4, 5. When you are searching a log, it can be helpful to see the context of messages. You can use the C switch in grep or egrep to display a number of lines before and after the one containing a matched string. Run the following command. Shell dmesc egrep c3 sda. 67% tasks complete. Previous next, review lab. Review lab. Answer the following comprehensive questions to ensure that you recognize the importance of the activity steps and the uses for the information you have learned. What type of documentation is most useful for obtaining vendor support? Service manual. Infrastructure diagram. BIOS asset tag. Update history. Correct. Which command was used to query the boot log in Linux? Correct. 100% tasks complete. Previous next, grade lab. Grade lab. That concludes this lab. Please ensure you end it properly rather than just closing the browser window. Once you select Submit, you will not be able to return to this lab instance. If you want to repeat the lab, you can launch a new instance from your lab portal. Check all the step boxes above to mark all tasks as complete and make sure you have submitted responses to all the activities. Select Submit below to grade the lab. 100% tasks complete. Previous submit.